Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, Lady V. Thank you, supporters, subscribers, and Patreons. Please share these videos with those who you think it might resonate with. If you're interested in any of my services, books, merch, t-shirts, webinars, sessions, and Higher Realm magic information and meditations, please visit higherrealmholistics.com. Good evening, Brave Awakened Ones. QV here. What's up? It is April 1st. It's 10:30 at night. As you can see, I'm like ready for bed, but I was like, my heart felt like something was squeezing it, and I was like on the verge of tears. I did have a remote view early this morning, but I just didn't want to talk about it. But it's getting more and more evident what's going on. And I want to point out some NRVs that I did back in 2018 and 2019 that are now about to come to fruition. That's going to be mighty heavy. Okay? So let's get into it. And I'm going to try to connect all the dots for everyone. Firstly, yeah, obviously I'm online. The internet didn't go down. I guess I jumped the gun on that whole countdown thing, but not really. We are on a countdown. We are on a countdown. I'm sure you all could feel that we're on a countdown. And I still do. I have a knowing that the internet's supposed to go down. Just when I was doubting myself, that's when I received, no, that's not it. That's when I received this text. And I don't know how some people say, oh, it's fake. It's fake. How? I had made a donation to his campaign a while ago, and I signed up to receive texts just so I could know what's going on and keep in touch. And I received this text. That's how I get all my other texts, because I'm signed up. Okay, so this text came through this morning, well, this afternoon, I should say, right? 12:14 p.m., early afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. And it's talking, he's asking people to sign a petition. His campaign's asking people to sign a petition to demand they air his press briefings, because the press has been threatening, as a lot of you guys know. Oh, this energy is like draining me. As you guys know, they've been threatening to not air his briefings anymore, which they are going to stop airing the briefings, that's when we're going to start receiving that emergency FEMA message where everyone with a cell phone is going to receive that. As you guys know, Amazon, as you guys know, a couple of years ago, we did receive it as a test run. I remember October 3rd, I was there meeting my daughter's fiance at dinner, and I burst out laughing. She thought I was crazy. She's like, oh my God, are you one of those weird Q people? I was like, Q, never know. But yeah, so that is definitely coming. Now, the whole 10 days of darkness thing, I think the blackout of the internet and information is going to be like more like 3 days. The 10 days of darkness, I'm honestly feeling, has to do with, oh my God, why am I feeling like this? Has to do with finding out about all the children. I did share X22 report. I love his work. He's like my fave. Because he was the only other person talking about in alignment with what I was saying about the coronavirus before everybody else jumped on the bandwagon. He was the only one I found was saying the same thing. I shared this report, and he was putting out there, just as a hypothesis, that the 10 days of darkness was about the military being in the tunnel for 10 days, and that was the darkness. But I've spoken about the military going underground a while ago, late 2018, 2019. I spoke about that. And I came across this really great video right here. I really suggest you guys watch it. It's a fantastic video. And it's an ex-military dude who really, really puts a lot of work into this stuff, the underground wars, and he talks about it. And a subscriber shared it with me recently. Thank you, subscriber. And it's like a total V-proof. Okay. So I strongly suggest you go on my community page and watch that. Yeah, I had been saying, we're being hit with a lot of solar wind. There's several factors as to what's going on with all the earth activity, all the earthquakes, the volcanoes, the energies that we're feeling, that we're grounding in. God knows I got hit. I did not sleep a wink last night with the energies just shooting around my body like that, making that cycle. And then even while I was doing a session today, I was like, like I was like, coming up through the left foot, going around and going down the right. So I was dealing with that all day. So I'm like, even though I still did my best to get through a day and exercise. So let's get to what the NRV was all about. All right. I think this is like NRV 74. It was about the children. And I heard crying, and I opened my eyes, and I was looking right into the eyes of this little kid. Looked like a little boy. And the military was there, and it was the same spot that I did my last remote view from when I was there underground, and I had to survey the layout of where the good guys, the Alliance was going to rush into, the Alliance military was going to rush into. I was there, and they had taken care of the dark ones, the dark demons, and I don't know what they were down there torturing the people, the babies and stuff, and draining their blood to do the adrenochrome and mixing to do the adrenochrome in these vats. And the military was freeing the people, and there was this black dude, and he was African American, and he was all distorted and shot, and he was just like naked and bleeding and dripping, and he was crying and pleading to please kill him, to please kill him. He said, please, please, I don't want to live. You don't know what they've done to me. Please kill me. Please kill me. And the children, the little boy's eyes, who I was looking into, he looked like he was in shock. A lot of the children looked like they were in shock. And I told you guys, they had the adults naked in cages. They used them as breeders because the clones don't have souls. They may be alive, but they don't have souls. That's why they malfunction and die quickly. So in order to make the adrenochrome, you need to have a living human being that actually has a soul. And the only way to do that is using the human portal, a womb, a real human womb, and live sperm and a live egg from actual living human beings, not replications, not clones. So no matter what they try to do, you still need a man and a woman to make a baby. Guess what? So that's what they use the breeders for. Okay. So the clones aren't used to make adrenochrome because you need the soul in order to do that, because it serves two purposes. You're torturing them to make the adrenochrome, and then on top of that, you capture their soul in the matrix reincarnation cycle, and you recycle that soul, and it goes right back into another body that they could torture. They have a whole system set up. That's why we did that meditation with we used that Equinox energy, Team V, to to form that rainbow bridge to allow those disincarnate, tortured souls to go to the healing chambers in the higher heavens, okay? So that's what that work was all about, as you guys know who joined in. And of course, you can go back to all my meditations and still lend your energy to it, okay? So I wanted to make sure you guys saw that. I didn't want to leave stuff hanging. And yeah, this is a really, really, really important NRV. This was done back October 13, 2019, because very, very soon, Trump is going to reveal what is going on, okay? As you guys know, some of you may know, some of you may not know, it's been going around the internet. I have it on my Twitter, I think, where these nurses are talking about, and now a lot of people had picked it up, but I posted it early in the morning. I know I posted it very early. And if you guys don't, I'm so vortexy. If you guys don't have me on Twitter, please join me at Saving Gen Z, as you guys could see right here. That's my Twitter handle. Let me see, where is it? It should have been here. Where did it go? I know I had shared it. Wow. I don't know what happened to it. It was, yeah, here it goes. All right, listen up.
Yeah, so it's a friend of my mom's. She's a nurse. She's 69 years old. She volunteered through Good Samaritan, and they sent her from North Carolina up to New York City. So apparently, she is working in a MASH type unit in Central Park. And I don't know what all the details of what she told my mom. I don't know if it's more than what I've already told you, but she just said the thing with the kids, it's real, and I have to tell you, it's horrible, so horrible. And she said, please, everybody be praying for those children and for the medical people that are taking care of all this. So. But it's in Central Park as far as I know, and these tunnels from the maps that I...
Dude, I know somebody personally whose girlfriend is a nurse and knows other nurses, and she's in contact with one of the nurses at Central Park, and they say they're just rescuing kids that are severely screwed up, like they're sex slaves from birth kind of situation. Some of them are deformed. But she's 100% sure that she trusts her friend, and I know her personally, so it's not like fourth-hand information. It is second-hand, but she says the rescue operation has begun, and that's maybe probably what the ships are for.
Okay. Now, remember what I said in my NRV that I did the other day when I was there assisting the Alliance, and I had to project myself into the cavern where they were holding the children and the adults and everything like that. Think of this as a V-proof, okay? And how horrendous the situation was, and also what I experienced this morning. And I want to play this NRV 49 to give you guys a reminder as to what's coming up. And this is what I feel is the 10 days of darkness. It's like 10 days of mourning. That's what I'm starting to think it is. Listen up.
Say, oh, Trump didn't talk about the skulls. Trump didn't talk about the baby skulls. He didn't talk about Epstein Island. Chill, relax. And I even said it in a video, in one of the NRVs when I first said it. He will talk about it, announce it, when he comes off the campaign trail, when he takes a break from the campaign trail. I'm saying it again, so please stop asking me. I'm not going to answer anymore. It's really annoying because people get very obnoxious about like, oh, I thought you said he was going to do that. It's like, please, Are you the one there? Are you the one doing this? You the one going through these? No, you're not. I am. And I already made the announcement. All right. So, like I said, when he comes off the campaign trail, when he takes a break from the campaign trail, that is when everything's going down. Okay, that's why he's like focused like this, not allowing things to get to him. He's focused on it. While he's doing this whole campaigning thing, everyone else is working in the background, gathering the evidence, putting the names together, strategizing on how it's going to come out. And I actually wasn't going to make this NRV, and my oversoul was like, hey, you forgot to make it. You have to make it.
Okay. So, and I named it Going Jail for the Holidays because that is when they're going to be in jail. Christmas time, around there, winter time, fall, winter time, especially winter time, going to jail for holidays. Now, the whole skulls, the baby skulls being found in the waters by Epstein Island. Trump keeps talking about Easter and how Easter is so special. And that's what gave me the knot in my heart. It felt like my heart was squeezing, like I was just getting my little concoction, my apple cider vinegar and borax concoction before going to bed. And and I saw him on that boat by Epstein's Island, and they were having a memorial. Remember, I mentioned that in this video. You can go back and watch it. Him and Melania, and I see Ivanka there, and they're having a memorial and placing a wreath by the island. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So you can go back to that NRV. The other NRVs I was told was NRV 30, 28, 25, 26, 22, 17, 44, 49. That you guys could go back and refresh your memory as to what I was saying, because I don't even remember. Who the heck wants to hang on to this stuff in their heads? Like I said, you have no idea how horrible the stuff I see is. Okay, here we go. Go in jail for the holidays. You know, it's difficult to pin the time because I see holidays and it's like, was it December 2019 or is it the next December 2020? Apparently it's December 2020. So yeah, it's just, sorry. It's like, difficult seeing all that stuff and trying to pull out of it. Seeing it again. Yeah, interesting. I'm looking at this, the Red October attack on LA. Looking at that too. I don't like going back and listening because it's like I get to relive it again, sort of. Not as bad as when I'm actually there, but I prefer not to. So you can go back and listen. I really don't like going back and listening at all. But I also want to point out that everything going on right now, they're just being busted left and right. No matter, oh God, my Twitter always turns off. And this is real important. Look at this. The U.S. Navy Coast Guardmen assigned, and Ops Detroit is deployed to South.com, combating illegal drug trafficking in the Caribbean, Pacific Ocean, and Pacific Ocean. Remember I told you the Pacific Ocean is very important because they would, especially Tom Hanks, he's very involved in that child trafficking coming from Australia over from the Pacific. I told you that's the route that they took. It was a long route, but that's how they felt they were undetectable going through there. And I even had the NRV talking about China Lake and the explosions there and the mines and the tunnels. I've been talking about these tunnels for over a year now. So you can go back to the NRVs. And I just, because I get so many requests. Oh, can we pray for this? Can we do that? Meditate for that? Yo, for those who haven't, are newbies or just came this year, we've been doing this. We've been doing this since 2018. We had to do all this stuff. We had to make it happen in heaven so it can manifest on earth, or we wouldn't be experiencing the success we're having right now. They wouldn't constantly be failing. They tried to, they had one of their stooges try to derail a train. Oh my God. I'm so freaking tired of being hacked. I got to keep my cool. I got to get used to this shit. Look, New York just released 8 sex offenders from jail. This, by the way, his nipples are pierced. It's so gross. Freakazoid. So obviously into some BDSM crap. They tried to, where's the article? They tried to, here's the Bill Melinda Gates. They funded these, the coronavirus test kits. They're going to the UK, and guess what? They're contaminated with the COVID, with the coronavirus. Big surprise there. I cannot, like I said, I went out and I brought a special bottle of wine just to pop the cork when these knuckleheads get taken down. I cannot wait till those two horrible, evil idiots go down. The Gates and the Clintons are the same to me. They're the same disgusting, despicable piece of garbage, soulless garbage, okay, that need to go down. And I'm going to pop a cork. Yes, we're going to have a celebration. Yeah, you see this? Everything they do will come to light. There's nothing they could try to pull that's not going to come to light. Here's another thing. Engineer deliberately ran trail off of tracks in attempt to smash the Mercy, the USNS Mercy. And this is the MSN themselves talking about it, the mainstream media talking about it. Look at that. Deliberately tried to ram into the boat, which I saw that. I saw a false flag come into the boat. That's why it's like, everyone's like, oh, go work on the boat. And I was like, no, because I saw something coming. I didn't know it was the Mercy. Actually, I thought the Mercy was in New York, but it's the Comfort in New York. And I was just like, no, I saw something. I'm like, no, I'm not going. Then I said that. In my last video that I felt they were going to try to pull something to hurt the nurses and the doctors. And no. So I've done plenty. I've done my bit working in disaster areas. And I've had the pictures to prove it, and I shared it with you guys. So I've done my part. That's what my oversoul keeps telling me. Hey, you did your part. You did your part. You did your part. Now, that's for the others to do now. You already did it. I was still being conflicted today. I spoke to my older sister. It was my younger sister that yelled at me for 15 minutes. She was the one that lived in New York, was like, hell no, you're not coming up here. And my older sister was like, she goes, honestly, if my kids were grown, I would have been there helping. She goes, but I don't know how I feel about you going, because the idea of you getting sick. And then she started crying. My younger sister yells, that one cries. The older sister cries. She's like, no, I can't take it. Oh my God, my melon getting sick. No. So I'm like, oh geez. She goes, pray on it, but I think God will say no. So I did do a reading, and 5 of Swords and 7 of Swords and 5 of Cups. No bueno. That doesn't look good to me at all. And if I don't go, I have the Lover's card, the 4 of Wands, the World card twice, the 3 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't think. No, it doesn't match up. Honestly, if I could afford to volunteer, because it's the volunteers that are going in Central Park and going on the Mercy, I would go, because I loved working with children, and I've worked with horrifically damaged children in New York. So because I could counsel them, because I worked as an adolescent psych, And I also worked as a pediatric nurse. So I have both things I could offer. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, I wanted to show you, just a reminder of all the incredible work that we did as light warriors, man, as Team V. We laid the foundation. The foundation had to have been laid before all this could happen. And this is why no matter what they do, it will not take, and they will constantly be exposing themselves. It will be caught out there. They will not succeed. We were doing it for a time such as this. Okay? We're doing it for a time such as this. Right here, bringing down the 2030, the Agenda 2030. We did that group meditation, bringing down Agenda 2030. We did the ones this year already. We don't have to go through that. Hopefully you guys can remember those. Invocation of Goddess Yemaya. And it was Invocation of Goddess Yemaya. That one was specifically for children. It was specifically for children. And I mean, it was a lot of other reasons, but it was a lot of it was to help children, to lower the Agenda 20, to collapse the Agenda 21 lower timeline. We did that also. Okay, we did that live group meditation for that. California, ground zero for pestilence. Yeah, take a look at that. That's an NRV that I did 6 months ago. Talking about California. Earthquakes off the coast. Yeah, I spoke about the Pacific being extremely active and everything like that. Right here, group meditation to end human trafficking and sacrifice. We did that also. We have done so much work, guys. We had to do this first in order for the mission to go off in 2020 without a hitch. And I still have the last one we did set up for protection of the alliance troops going in. I still have that set up still. And I remember doing one specially for her. I cannot wait. I know they got her, and I can't wait for it to be exposed and but she's going to end up hanging herself. And remember, I made 2 videos talking about Comey, the FBI head. Who's the first one who looks like he's captured? Comey. He's another one that's going to go. And check out this video. You can run, but you cannot hide. We know where you're hiding. And I talk about Colorado over here, as well as some of the other deep underground bunkers, okay, in the mines, the minefields. All right, so there's a lot there for you guys to just feast on, okay, and take a look at to see, because I noticed that the trolls are coming out again. A couple of trolls that I haven't seen in a while that I blocked, but are now back again, harassing the crap out of me, calling me a fraud and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. Whatever. Your vibration will not tolerate the new earth vibration. So poof, be gone. That's all I have to say. Your time is coming real soon. And I'm going to laugh. All right. You know what? I pray you wake up in time. I really do. Because maybe you have family. Maybe you're not completely gone. So bless your heart. Any which ways, QV out, guys. We got this. We did it, team. Okay, so just hang in there. And yeah, just know that it's going to be rough when Trump announced those kids. That is why he announced today, when he was doing his briefing, the COVID briefing, before he even touched COVID, the first thing he spoke about was, oh yeah, drugs. This drug bust. Yeah, we have drugs pouring in. He's going to use that as an excuse to say, we discovered these tunnels that the drug runners have been using. I think they already spoke about that. In fact, I could have sworn I heard something about that. Now it's best to use Google because Google, the censorship has been knocked down. No, wait. Yeah, here we go. Yes. New York Times, shocked they're talking about it. Oh, there's a freaking block. Okay, maybe this one doesn't have a block. Another U.S.-Mexican border tunnel has been discovered with nearly $30 million worth of drugs, officials say. Is this the new one that just came out? Yes, this came out today. Yeah, with railroads and everything. Now, this is the excuse the alliance is using to say, oh, we found these kids in this tunnel, more tunnels, and it's going to give them more of an opening to say, yeah, we found all these tunnels in New York underneath Central Park, all these tunnels all over California. You know, that's what's going to happen. And that's going to be, and it's going to be exposed all around the world. Okay? So this is why Trump put it this way, because straight up, it's what the normies could understand. It's what the normies are going to understand. You got to spoon feed them because even some light workers can't handle it. And quite honestly, it takes somebody who's been through a whole load of shit like I have to be able to do what I do. Because people still saying, I wish I could do, why can't I? I'm not a real, I can't do what you do. Really? Do you want to go through what I went through in order to be strong enough to see what I see and do what I do? I don't want to. Okay, so why? That's crazy. So again, it's going to be rather horrific. They will show pictures of the children. They're not going to show their faces. I see the faces blurred out or the kids looking the other way, but it's going to get graphic and people freaking need to see this, you know. And the love and light unicorn type people with the whole, oh, it's just duality. Yeah, duality is going to smack you right in the face in the form of a child who was chopped to pieces and deformed from molestation. There's your duality, okay? There's your freaking duality. I just can't stand hearing that shit. I'm sorry. It pisses me off, that ignoring of reality. So you can be in your little rainbow bubble and go, la, 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 it doesn't exist. No, you're just as bad as the normie because you don't want to face the truth, because you need to face it to help and heal. Okay, you send love and light to that kid. Send healing energy instead of sitting there sticking your fingers in your freaking ears with your head up your bum, ignoring it. Okay, I'm sorry, that stuff pisses me off. But it's all going to come to light. And yes, Easter is going to be very special. That's why he keeps pushing that. And it's the big prayer service for all the children. Not to say there aren't tons of adults that are being saved also, but there's more children than adults. All right, QV out. We got the victory.